What's up guys, my name is Zero Heroes and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today we'll be watching a replay by one of my good friends called Tim. Tim, and he is in my I'm a good friends with him. He is in my clan, or I'm in a clan with him. So he sent me this replay today to show you guys how he is a pro. And so we start off he's on steps. This is a encounter battle, so when you're capping, it does take 2 times longer to cap. So what he does is he goes out to the middle spots, takes a hit from the T-54, but gets spotting damage gets spotting damage, which is good. Goes across here, so his gun's now reloaded. And he does spot the Jagdpanzer E100 and does take another shot. He takes a shot from the AMX started B. Now he's almost lost all of his health. So he's only got 361 health, so you now are one shot for everything, Tim. So he has to be careful now. So what he does is he stays here. Now I don't really like what he's doing here. He's trying to bait. He puts a shot to Jagdpanzer E100. That was never going to penetrate. Sorry, Tim, there, but so what he tries to be kind of like a medium tank. So he spots T110E4, puts a shot and misses. So I don't really like what he's doing. I think he should be probably going around near the cap area to try and help the rest of the light tanks instead of staying here. But he tries to bait the T110E4. So, yep, there you go. So that's the M103 down. So good. Well, T124 just missed there. You're lucky, Tim. So let's see if the ISIM can try and get in a shot. He just bounced an ISIM for 490 damage. I think he hit the gun. And so Tim, you're very lucky there. You would have been dead. Trying to hit the T124 and he misses. So let's talk about a wee bit the AMX 1390. It has no armor, has a 90mm gun, which has only got 170 penetration. It does about 240 damage, and has no gun depression or elevation because ranged tanks don't usually have gun depression, well, except from the heavies. So he goes out. He now goes out. Oh no. Oh, sorry, I was talking about the tank. So the aim time is okay. I don't know exact stats of this tank. I don't have it myself, but it's probably got not good aiming time, and the reload for this gun takes a long time when reloading the gun. I think it's got a 2-second reload between each shot, or might be shorter. Depends what Tim is using in his. Depends how skilled his crew are. So what he does here, I like what he's doing here. He hides behind the Jagdpanzer E100 to take from the. He bounces first from the I-7 and then puts another shot on the I-7, sets him on fire and kills him. So that's a good job there. That's a really good shot there. And there goes Tim in chat just saying, "Oh my god, lol, I killed him." So what now? Tim does is that he waits till the T110E4 shoots, or he waits till the Death Star comes, and he waits for the T110E4 to shoot the Death Star. So he goes out, he's not looking. So T110E4 now shot, puts first shot in, second shot in, third shot in. Will he be able to kill him for the last shot? And yes, he does. So that's kill number 1. He's already done over nearly over 2,000 damage, so he goes for another reload. As you can see, he doesn't do much spotting in this game, but he does quite a lot of damage in this game, as you can see. So we are winning. It looks like the enemy team aren't. Oh no, they are capping. The enemy team are now capping, so Tim needs to hurry up. So I also do like what Tim is doing here. He tries and he doesn't just jump over the hill and try and kill the RT by jumping on him. He goes round, waits till his gun's reloaded, puts one shot in, and the Death Star finishes him off. Now I do like what Tim and the Death Star are doing here. They're working as a team, which I did talk about in my first World of Tanks video about working as a team, so go check that out. Anyway, so he puts first shot on Waffenshaker Panzer IV, missed the first one, puts in the second one, Waffenshaker misses his shot, and then Tim finishes him off. So good job. So that's 3 kills now, and over almost 3,000 damage. So Tim goes for another reload on this gun. So I'm gonna talk about now kind of how you need to be careful when reloading your gun on autoloaders, because you don't get a lot of shots with your autoloaders in French line, especially when you're on your bat chat. You only get 30 rounds with bat chat. So but when you're using autoloaders, you need to know when you need to reload your gun, because if you don't and you're halfway through and you've got no shells and there's one enemy left, you can't kill them. You have to go off and cap. So you need to be careful when reloading your gun. You need to know what time when to use it. And Tim, looks like Tim has got he's got 16 shells of AP left and 6 shells of HE left. 16 of AP and 6 of HE. Although I don't really like Tim's loadout of the gun. I think you should maybe count some APCR rounds just in case for those heavily armoured, you know, Mouse or kind of Jagdpanzer 100 that I shot earlier. But I think you should be taking some APCR rounds, but never mind. Let's carry on. So I also forgot to mention the equipment he's carrying. He's taking binocular telescopes, which basically means when you stay still, which for those who don't play World of Tanks, you have probably no idea what this means, but basically when you stay still, your view range goes up and you get to spot more enemies. And he also uses Camo Net, which reduces detection chance when the vehicle is stationary. So you need to stay stationary to activate your binoculars and your camo net. So as you can see, the RT got killed by the AMX-30B and the T-54, but Death Star finished off AMX-30B and T-54 is now dead, but the WZ kills the other WZ and hopefully Tim goes in for the kill. Does he? Let's see if Tim goes for the kill. Tim misses the first shot, WZ puts in one shot, Tim puts in the second shot, does a handbrake turn and finishes him off with an ammo rack at the end for style. So there you go. So almost over 3,000 damage. Actually under 3,000 damage. Well, yeah, almost 3,000 damage and 661 spotting damage. And that was a good round for Tim. So Tim well played there, especially in that matchmaking, because matchmaking was not kind to you, as you saw. So now we're going to show you the results of how well he did. So here we go. So as you can see, Tim managed to get, as you can see in the results here, he managed to get an ace tanker and a bruiser and a hand of God, an arsonist and a demolition expert for blowing up that WZ-132 at the end, a fighter for destroying 4 or 5 enemies vehicles in one battle. I think he got 3. I think he got 4 kills. Sorry for WZ, and fire for effect, but no special medals. So if you did a good few rounds into the into a few vehicles here. Let's look at the team score. So you managed to top of the team, especially ahead of the kind of like the Jagdpanzer 100, the T110E3, which didn't do too well. They did okay, but Tim was managed to top, so he managed to just under 3,000 damage, 17 shots fired, 13 of his 11 shots managed to penetrate, did 661 damage upon detecting, and only really just took under 5 minutes, and he managed to get 1,364 base experience for that. That's double as much as the rest of the team did, but so well done on that, Tim. But I felt like the main part of this replay was the AMX 1390 that Tim and this Death Star player, so Desperado, player, so a shout out to you. So I feel like he did over about 4,000 damage, because you know Death Star does that. So Tim and Death Star I felt like Tim and this Death Star played well together, and you know yeah. So they worked well together as a team, so that's the main thing. And also, let's look at the detailed report. So he managed to make a profit here. He managed to make just under 16,000 credits, but he had to resupply all his consumables and ammunition. But if he used a premium, count, he would have got 31,000. You know, that's excluding. That's with ammunition. Consumables as well. So well played there, Tim, in your AMX 1390. If you guys have any replays you want me to, you've got to. Sorry, let me say that again. If you've got any good replays you want me to look at, then send it to me by email at guycountace@gmail.com. So no spamming, no. I mean it, no spam. So if you want to send your replays,
Connection lost.
your replays, please do that, and I'll have a look at them, and maybe you'll be on YouTube. But I'd like to thank you anyway. Again, Tim, thank you so much for sending this in, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of World of Tanks. And if you do, please do subscribe, hit that like button, and comment below that you enjoyed it. And thank you for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.